Samira Ahmed was on hand to present the latest instalment of Newswatch as part of BBC Breakfast, and she spoke to Paul, a viewer from Somerset, and Richard Burgess, interim senior controller of BBC News content. The trio discussed the BBC coverage of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, with Paul offering criticism of how licence fee money was spent. Samira also put Richard on the spot as she questioned if the BBC had gone overboard with their coverage. Samira asked, "Paul, as you know, a lot of this coverage was simultaneous broadcast on the news channel as well as BBC One. Do you have a view about that?" "Well, I think one channel's worth of coverage is enough," Paul replied. "I'm not denying this is a major event and did warrant a significant amount of coverage. But I do feel it was pretty much one-way traffic. There was very little representation or contrary point of view." Samira cut in, "And there was other news happening as well." "Indeed, yeah," Paul agreed. Samira turned to Richard. "The trooping of the colour, the Thanksgiving service, and the pageant all went out in full on the news channel as well as on BBC One. Where were people supposed to go for news?" "Well, I don't think it would have been a good use of licence fee payers' money to try and recreate event coverage, and that was the event of the weekend that was going on BBC One," Richard replied. "I don't think we did entirely simulcast, particularly not around the pageant. We did break out for other news as well. It's a major event. We come back to that. I think people would expect the BBC News channel is covering a major event in the UK as it happens." It came after Paul claimed the cover of Queen's Platinum Jubilee could have been more objective, as he called for more comments from Republicans. "You have a concern about the tone as well, don't you?" Samira asked. Paul replied, "Well, yes, I think at times the tone was rather too deferential. All public figures deserve a level of respect, but I think the respect shown was a bit excessive, and on the other hand, at times, it was a bit gushing. I think as licence payers we have a right to expect the BBC's journalists will act in a slightly detached way when reporting on these matters and be a bit more objective.